I'm going to discuss here about the pharmacology, pharmacokinetics mainly. In the second part of our lecture in the pharmacology basics, the first we about discuss about the pharmacokinetics is the pharmacon means drug as we discussed previously, and the kinetics means the movement of the drugs, the movement of drugs in the body, that is pharmacokinetics. As we know, there are the four parts of them, that is absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion. These are the four parts of the pharmacokinetics. In the first we discuss about the absorption. We know there is the drug is taken by the orally. They are reaches into a GIT lumen, and this is the intestinal lumen. Suppose that this is the intestinal lumen. Another side, suppose that this is the blood vessels near the intestinal lumen. This is the blood vessels near the intestinal lumen. As we know, any drug is entered in our intestinal lumen or the stomach, there gets transferred into the blood circulation, that is systemic circulation, and that is also called as distribution of the drug. In between them there is another barrier layer is present. That one is called as lipid barrier. There is the lipid barrier is present. And through in this barrier there is a different types of channels are present. In these barriers there are different types of channels are present, and they are the lipid barriers. When this drug is entered from the intestinal lumen to the blood vessels, they have to cross these barriers, that is lipid barriers, and they passes through these mediators. These drugs are of two types. First we know about the drugs. The drug are on the basis of the absorption. There are two types. They are the lipid soluble. The drug are maybe lipid soluble or maybe water soluble. When the drug is lipid soluble, then their barrier are also lipid in nature. And the drug is lipid soluble, then these drugs are crossing the lipid barrier and they enters into the blood circulation or the blood vessels, because they are the same nature. These drugs are same nature. Suppose that this is the type B drug. They are the same nature drug of the lipid barrier. They are the lipid soluble drugs. They are the soluble in the lipid. That's why the lipid soluble drugs, they crosses their barrier same and they enters into the blood circulation. But the water soluble drugs are not crosses the lipid barrier, because these drugs have required a special type of proteins, a special type of crossing tunnels for the entering into the blood vessels, because they are not the lipid soluble. They are the lipid repeller or they are the lipid insoluble. These are for them. For the water soluble, there is a aqueous channels are present. For the water, there is the aqueous channels are present. And through this, these drugs are moving inside the blood vessels. There are two types of movement from the lipid soluble and the water soluble drugs. The lipid soluble drugs are moving through the lipid in nature. They are soluble, but the water are insoluble. That's why they are not crossing itself. For them, there is a requirement of a special type of carrier proteins, and that is the aqueous channels protein. There the tunnel is required for their movement, and this movement tunnel is called as filtration. This is called as filtration, and here the movement is called as passive diffusion. What does it mean, passive diffusion? What does it mean, filtration? Filtration is basically the movement of something through some special type of carriers. That's why we see here that is aqueous channels. In the second one, we see the drug is moving through the lipid barrier, but there is no any requirement of the barrier, or for the crossing of the barrier there is no any requirement of the tunnels proteins. So that's why these are the lipid soluble. The type B drug having no any requirement of the proteins or the tunnels or the channels for the crossing and the entering into the blood vessels. That's why they are the passive diffusion. There is no energy is required. That's why they are the passive diffusion, and passive diffusion is basically crossing itself. they are along with concentration gradient. They are moving along with concentration. They are moving along with concentration. What does it mean? They are moving along with concentration gradient. Concentration gradient means the something is present here is something is present here. They are moving from higher. Suppose that we take the drug concentration is higher, is where first we take, then GIT. In blood vessels there is no drug, then it means the movement of drug from intestinal lumen to the blood vessels. Because there is a low concentration of drug is here, the low concentration of drug is here, and here is the drug concentration higher. That's why the movement of drug is from intestinal lumen to the blood vessels. That this is all about the absorption of drug. How the absorption of drug is happens, as we know now, when the drug are two types, lipid and water soluble drugs. Next one we discuss about the carrier mediated transport. Second point we discuss, there is a carrier mediated transport, in which some carriers are required for the transport. Some carriers are required. How the carriers are used? Suppose that this is the intestinal lumen. In the other side, another side, there is a blood vessels. Once again, blood vessels, and in between them there is a lipid barrier, as we know. And in the lipid barrier there are the receptors are present. Lipid barrier means simply they are the structure component of separating the two parts. Means cell on the cell membrane there is a receptors are present. There are the proteinaceous in nature. That's why here also receptors are present from there. And the drugs is coming. The drugs is taken in the intestinal lumen. They are reaching to the intestine, and in these receptors, in the front of these receptors. After that, these drugs are crossing through them. And they enters into the blood vessels. For the entering of these drugs, these carriers are present. Through these carriers, these drugs are enters into the blood vessels. After the entering of these drugs inside the blood vessels, they are based on two parts. When the drug with the carriers is activated with passively, means no need of energy, or actively, means required energy. Mainly we discuss what are the carrier mediated transport. We discuss two types, the intestinal, on the basis of the need of energy, passive and active. And the passive mainly we know there is a facilitated diffusion. Facilitation means facilitate karna, What does it mean? The movement is done by something. It means there is some carrier mediated proteins are required, but they are doing passively. They are diffusion, means along the concentration gradient. They are moving with along the concentration gradient. Facilitated diffusion, it means they are moving along the concentration gradient. One more thing, there is a ATP is required or not? Yes, ATP is required. What does it mean? The ATP is required means energy is required. Energy is consumed here. Next point, which type of receptors do you know there is a facilitated diffusion is occurred? That is glucose transporter is in which there is a facilitated diffusion is used. Next one आता है actively transport or the active energy is required there. The energy is required when we can use ATP is required or not in actively transport? Yes, ATP is required. It means they are working along the concentration gradient or opposite to the concentration gradient. They are moving along or opposite? They are moving opposite to the concentration gradient. What does it mean, concentration gradient opposite? Here is the something present in huge amount and here is in a small amount. So where is the higher amount, A or B? Of course A. A is having higher and B is having lower. So the movement of particles or the movement of some drug, suppose that this is the drug type A and this is the drug type B. It means the movement of drug A is towards the B concentration, because here is the low concentration of B part. In the B part, that's the movement of this drug quantity towards the B, that is along the concentration, higher concentration or lower concentration. This is along the concentration and this is called as passive transport. This is called as passive transport. But what we learn now, we are learning here active transport. It means the movement is from low concentration to high concentration. That is active transport is done. Active transport, the movement along the concentration gradient or opposite to the concentration gradient. That's why there is the ATP is required here. Next point, what are the example here? Here is the example GLUT receptors. Here is the example SGLT receptors, SGLT, sodium glucose link transporter. SGLT responsible for the sodium glucose linked transporter. Upon one is glucose transporter. Okay, these are the two types of receptors, are the example of them. Example. And ATP is required or not, facilitated diffusion. They are the carrier mediated transport. Next one we are going to discuss about the in absorption itself. The third point, in absorption, here we can discuss. There is the PGP, that is P glycoprotein pump. PGP pump, as we can see here, PGP pump, that is P glycoprotein pump. What is it? Where is it? It is located. The P glycoprotein, suppose that once again we can see here is our barrier and here is our blood vessel. Suppose that this one is our blood vessels. And what does it mean? The blood vessel is here. It means blood vessel is here. It means here is the intestinal lumen. Intestinal lumen is here. Suppose that this is the intestinal lumen. What happened here? This is the barrier, lipid barrier. This is the lipid. This is the lipid barrier. What we can see now? The intestinal lumen mainly. Suppose that this is the intestinal lumen cells. The drug are present here. The drug are moving inside the intestinal lumen cells from the intestine, and then they crossing the barrier and they moving again in the blood vessels like this. The first, the drug is moving through the diffusion process. Through the diffusion, simple diffusion or facilitated diffusion. They may be diffusion process along the concentration gradient or opposite along the concentration gradient. They are moving along the concentration gradient into the intestinal lumen and they're crossing the barrier, enters into the blood vessels. After that we can see these drugs are coming here. These drug are coming here and they're moving into the blood vessels after some time. In the lumens receptor, there is a special type of receptor is located here. Here there is a special type of receptor is located. This receptor is called as PGP. That is the name of PGP. Full form is P glycoprotein. That is the name is P glycoprotein pump. That this PGP pump is another name is P glycoprotein pump. What is the role of the PGP pump? Where it is located? They are located in the intestinal lumen cells on the barrier. This PGP pump is the role is these drugs are moving along the concentration gradient. Yes, because there is a diffusion is occurs. It means they are moving along the concentration gradient. Means the drug concentration is higher in the intestinal lumen and they are moving towards the lipid barrier. After that we can see there is the another type of receptor is present here, PGP pump. What is the role of it? These drugs, what the drug is accumulated in the intestinal lumen, they are gets efflux. Efflux means exit out. These drugs are efflux. Efflux is moving out of the cell. These drugs are moving out from the intestinal lumen cells to the outside, and these are called as efflux of drug. So the efflux of drug through the PGP pump. It means what? The concentration is moving inside the lumen and then coming out is efflux of drug, and this efflux is causes pre-systemic elimination. This is also called as pre-systemic elimination is done by PGP pump. What is the main role of it? They are participate in the first pass metabolism. They are participate in the first pass metabolism. They are participate in first pass metabolism. They are responsible for the metabolism of the drug. Basically catabolism and anabolism, they are responsible for the metabolism of the drugs, and they are the PGP pump. After that we can see what is presynaptic. What is the presynaptic elimination? Before they are reaching to the systemic circulation, this is the systemic circulation. Before the reaching to the synaptic circulation, or sorry, systemic circulation, these drugs are moving out. That's why they are they are metabolized. They are gets destructed, and they are gets metabolized, catabolized, and they moving out. That this type of behavior of the drug is done by the PGP pump. The substrate for PGP pump. The substrate for PGP pump is what? The substrate for PGP pump is the first pass metabolism. The drug is metabolized. The drug is metabolized by some special type of enzymes, that is CYP3A4. That is CYP3A4 type of enzymes that is responsible for the drug metabolism. This is important enzyme, is responsible for the drug metabolism. Now we mainly discuss what are the drugs is responsible for their formation and their passive diffusion. How the gets drug are diffusion, through the diffusion they moving inside the blood vessels. Once again we can see here is the barrier, and here is our blood vessels. Here is our intestinal, suppose take it opposite. Here is our intestinal lumen. Another side we take blood vessels. In intestinal lumen, as we know from the early, in intestinal lumen what is happened? The drug is come. What the drug we take, they accumulated in the intestinal lumen. What the drug we take, they accumulated into the intestinal lumen. After that these drugs are moving into the blood vessels. Before the movement there is something is present in the barrier. Where is the barrier? This one is barrier, and barrier is made up of mainly lipids, and this part what we see now, this is called as proteins. Proteins are present mainly into the lipid membrane. As we know, the proteins are located inside the lipid membranes. These proteins are passing through these receptors. As we know now, see, this is the lipid barrier. As we know now, these lipid barriers through which these proteins are passing. Suppose that the drug are mainly, as we know, mainly the drug are maybe ionized form or maybe unionized form. Proteins, as we know, the proteins are maybe positively charged or maybe negatively charged. The proteins are maybe positively charged or maybe negatively charged. It is true. Suppose that the ionized drug is having what type of charge? Maybe positive and maybe negative. Suppose that the one drug is passing through it and they're going to the protein and they repel, come back, means repel, come back to the intestine. That gets come back to the intestine. Before they are the same nature of charge. they are repelling to each other. Suppose that the positive one is attracted by the negative one, that they are attached to it. Suppose we take the first one, positive charge. The positive charge is repelled by the positive charge in the proteins. They are not gets absorbed in the blood vessels. There is no absorption. In the second part, when the negative charge is attracted by the negative, they are repelling. They are repelled by the intestinal proteins. Next one, in positive or negative, they are attracted by each other and they attach to these proteins. The positive and negative. The positive and negative. Once again, there is no absorption. So how the ionization of the drug is happened? We take some drugs are maybe acidic and basic in nature. Maybe the drugs are ionized form. Maybe the positive negative charge. The drugs may be ionized form in positive negative charge. They are repelling. Or maybe these drugs are in ionized form. We can't absorb the drug. It means the drug gets excreted. We use some terms. Excretion. We use the term excretion. Excretion means what? The drug are metabolized and they are exited from the body. The first we discuss the excretion. How the drug are excreted? The drug gets ionized. The drug gets ionized, and as we see previously, the drug gets ionized and they are lipid soluble or water soluble. They are water soluble. When they are lipid soluble, they crosses the barrier and they reaches to the blood circulation or the systemic circulation. But when the drug are water soluble, they can't cross the barrier. It means, second point we discuss now, there is absorption. Absorption we can see. Then now you can tell me how the absorption is happened. There is ionized or unionized. Unionized. Why? When the drug is unionized, means there is no charge on the drug surface. It means the proteins are neither gets attracted or nor gets repelled. It means this type of drug are unionized drug are crosses the barrier easily and they gets absorbed. And these are the drugs are absorbed. What type of drug? Water or lipid? They are the lipid soluble. They are not water soluble. Water soluble are ionized drugs. The absorption, what happened in the absorption? Absorption drugs are the unionized drugs and they are lipid soluble. We take now two terms, the excretion and absorption. In the absorption, there is what happened? There is a lipid soluble, unionized form, and in water soluble and ionized form. That's now for excretion. Absorption. Next we discuss about the distribution in the same second half of the video.